She said, "It's not the same thing, he's just my friend." When I objected to her weekend trip with her male bestie, I said, "I understand." Then I booked my own weekend trip. She found out how not the same it was when she saw who my travel companion was. My girlfriend Lisa had been talking about this camping trip with her best friend Chris for like 3 weeks. They'd been friends since college, way before I came into the picture. I got it. People can have friends of the opposite gender, but something about this trip felt different. It wasn't just camping. It was a whole weekend at some cabin 2 hours away. Just the two of them. When I brought up that I felt uncomfortable with it, Lisa looked at me like I was being ridiculous. She said Chris was basically her brother and nothing was ever going to happen between them. I asked if I could come along, make it a group thing. She said no because they'd already planned everything and it would be weird to change it now. Then she hit me with a line that really got under my skin. "It's not the same thing. He's just my friend." Like I was crazy for even questioning it. I didn't want to be that controlling boyfriend who tells his girl who she can hang out with. So I said, "Okay, I understand." But inside, I was already forming a plan. 2 days later, I casually mentioned that I was planning my own weekend trip. Lisa barely looked up from her phone. She just said cool and asked where I was going. I told her probably hiking, maybe camping, still figuring it out. She nodded and went back to scrolling through cabin rental photos with Chris. What she didn't know was that I'd already booked everything. Same exact weekend as her trip with Chris. I invited my coworker Amanda to come along. Now Amanda and I were actually just friends. We worked together, got lunch sometimes, talked about our relationships. Her boyfriend didn't care because he trusted her. I figured Lisa would have that same trust in me, right? The week before the trips, I didn't mention Amanda once. Lisa was busy packing her stuff, talking about how excited she was to disconnect and spend time in nature. She kept showing me pictures of the cabin, how it had this huge fireplace and a hot tub on the deck. I just smiled and nodded. Friday morning came, and we both left around the same time. She kissed me goodbye and reminded me to send pictures of wherever I ended up. I said I would. About 3 hours into her trip, I posted a photo on Instagram. It was me and Amanda at this really nice lake, setting up our tents. I tagged the location and everything. Didn't hide a single thing. My phone started blowing up within 20 minutes. Lisa was calling over and over. I let it ring a few times before finally picking up. She was screaming so loud I had to hold the phone away from my ear, asking who Amanda was and why I didn't tell her I was bringing someone. I stayed calm. I said Amanda was my friend from work and it's not the same thing. She's just my friend. Used her exact words back at her. Lisa completely lost it. She said it was totally different because I'd kept it a secret and didn't tell her ahead of time. I reminded her that she never asked who I was going with. She'd been so focused on her own trip with Chris that she didn't bother to check. That's when she said the quiet part out loud. She said me going camping with another woman looked bad, that people would think something was going on between us. I asked her what the difference was between me and Amanda versus her and Chris. She couldn't answer that. Just kept saying it wasn't the same but couldn't explain why. The next hour was just back and forth arguing over the phone. She wanted me to pack up and come home immediately. I told her I made plans just like she did and I wasn't canceling them. Besides, Amanda's boyfriend didn't have a problem with it, so why should Lisa? That really set her off. She started accusing me of planning this whole thing to get back at her. I didn't deny it. Told her I wanted her to feel exactly what I felt when she brushed off my concerns. That double standard she was showing right now. That's exactly what I'd been worried about with her and Chris. By Saturday afternoon, Lisa had cut her trip short. She drove back home early and was sitting on my couch when I got back Sunday night. Amanda and I had a great time, by the way. Completely normal, friendly camping trip with zero weird moments. Lisa wanted to talk. She admitted that feeling jealous and worried about me with another woman made her realize how I must have felt. She apologized for dismissing my feelings and calling them controlling. I asked her what changed between Friday and Sunday. She said actually experiencing that jealousy herself. Seeing photos of me laughing with Amanda around the campfire made her stomach turn. I told her that's exactly how I felt imagining her in a cabin with Chris. We talked for hours that night, set some new boundaries about opposite gender friendships and weekend trips, agreed that if one person feels uncomfortable, we talk it through instead of just dismissing it. Lisa never went on another solo trip with Chris, and I made sure to always tell her about my plans with Amanda ahead of time. Turns out it really wasn't the same thing after all.